Hi, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for December 2023. This is for Pisces Sun, Moon, or Rising. Those intuitively guided. You may be checking up on a Pisces. If that's the case, know that your spirit guides know that, and you're going to receive messages. Just be open to it. Um, and you may have planets in a sign of Pisces. I feel like there's something going on. I don't know. Like I feel like it's planetary, and like that's where my knowledge stops. I wish I could learn um how to read charts and that, but I don't know. I just can't do it. I can't, like numerology. I'm loving. There's different things like that, but it won't keep my interest, even though I'm interested in it. So, anyways, I feel like there's something going on. By the way, I'm doing your reading in the late evening. I like to announce that just because I feel like when I'm called to do a reading, like in the evening, it has like a different vibe to it. I don't know why I'm shuffling that deck yet. So anyways, we're gonna use four different decks, guys. We're gonna go ahead and get into your reading. Um, all of a sudden, a Phil Collins song popped in my head. Something happened in the air tonight. Hold on. Oh my God, I just ruined that. Anyway, um, so we're gonna use four different decks. I brought out Archangel Raphael for December. I don't know. I felt like it was fitting. Um, we have our Mother Mary Oracle. Both of these are Oracle, by the way. And for the main spread, the Tarot portion, we are doing the Universal Tarot. I just kind of felt like sticking with them through the month of December. Unless, I'm not going to guarantee that, but, they're bringing out such, I don't know, very clear messages. So why switch it up? All right, let's go ahead and get into this. Everything's pre-shuffled, by the way. Shout out to I don't know what to call him, Sam's son, Justin, who has a channel, Serenity Sleep. At Serenity Sleep. He does meditations. And I do believe he does individualized, like he can individualize meditation for you. So shout out to him. And dang it, I think, don't get mad, Justin. I think it's the 26th. All right. I'm a Virgo, and Pisces and Virgos are each other's opposite signs. And some may be like, well then you're the opposite of me, but I don't think that's true. I feel like really because we're opposites, like you carry some energy that certainly would suit me that maybe I don't like naturally carry, and I feel like it's emotions, it's cups. You know what I mean? And then, me being earth, like I'm saying, like I look at a chart um of the sky and it just looks confusing to me where you may be able to just look right at it. Um Both signs being very intuitive. So we help each other. All right, we got two. Let's take them. We have sobriety. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for adjusting my cravings in healthful directions so that I desire life-affirming food and best beverages. This is an ongoing message, I have to say. I see it coming through quite a few readings. Not in that card, but it's like the same. Like it's almost like January 1st is coming. My New Year's resolution is to lose weight or get in shape or what have you. Is to get clean, whatever it may be. It's almost like okay, well here it comes. All right, call upon Archangel Raphael for help. Dear Archangel Raphael, I ask for your healing help with, and then describe your situation. Thank you for your divine healing intervention. Praying. All right, let's bring in Mother Mary. By the way, I did a homemade, I can't call it professional, or let's just say amateur, video. And I just want to tell you because I posted it today. It's only like 3 minutes long. Um, but I found this piece of music that I really loved. And then I just, I went into editor and dropped some images, and it's crazy when I finalized the project. I mean, it took me a while, but when I finalized the project and I watched it play in front of me, it like told the story. It was like telling me a story. That's how I saw it. Like, oh my God, I feel like it's telling me the story of like earth angels trying to love on this in this lifetime. And then I feel like it was talking about like, past loves and the missing or the yearning of that. And maybe we don't even know. I don't know. I felt divinely guided uh, to do that video. So I hope you check it out. It's only 3 minutes long. And I'm just learning. Really. I'm just learning. All right. Signs. I like that. When sign shows up. I watch for, notice, and trust the signs that heaven continuously sends. I already know you're going to have a lot of signs in here. It's going to be a synchronicity or a number I say. I can just feel it. Like I feel like the air is electric. And then we have children. My heart is filled with love for children, which creates miracles and positive change for them and me. Some of you may be questioning that. Maybe that's your path. It could be even like whether I adopt. I just feel like for some of you that may be a sign, like something to do with children. And we'll read that from the book at the end. But let's go ahead and get in your tarot portion. Let's put those away. Grab a drink. Okay, bring the lid down. There we go. I don't know just what made me think of this, but I had three things over in the corner where I have the guitar that was manifested to me. I have a Mickey rock which says keep or hide, and I was really leaving up to the video. I forget whose video I was doing when I got that. Years ago, we got that bell. We asked to manifest a bell, and the next day, I literally got a bell. So I just realized, like, oh wow, they're all together. I feel like I gotta take that. All right. Hmm. 10 of Wands. Well, what is your first card? Um. Sometimes I feel like you're putting in so much effort, but you're getting nowhere, and it's becoming hard. I definitely feel like you're in a period of time where, you know, first of all, I feel like you're growing from this, what I feel like is difficulty. It's almost like a reminder that you can get through, even though I feel like I can't. Hmm. We have the Eight of Swords. Well, that's why I would think that way. That I can't end. that Ten of Wands energy. I definitely feel there's something that I'm meant to learn. When I say me, I mean you, us. But I definitely feel like in the Ten of Wands, there's something I'm meant to learn because there's like growth to be had. And, I feel like for a few of you, it's interesting because we have an eight next, and eight talks about a new beginning, but you're the one who's got to allow yourself to have it because you're in a self-created prison here. And, you know, with a blindfold, so it's like something maybe I don't want to face. Uh, though we're moving into a universal year eight. So I feel like a lot of us are going to have some new beginnings, and I don't know. I hope this wall comes down. Or let's put it a different way. I hope that you can free yourself from whatever this prison is for you. It could be my own thoughts, could be another person's actions, like something that maybe like I don't know that I don't like. It's almost like, how do we say this? Like almost like I'm pretending I don't know what I really do know, but I'm acting like I don't know. And I think that I'm buying it. You know what I mean? I'm thinking that I'm believing that. But I feel like, deep down, like you know what you know. And, I do feel like it's going to take a little bit of guts to just like break free from that. And I don't know. I just get this feeling that if you can break free from that, I just feel like your world can look different. Seeing the 10 and the 8, 18, we have the wheel, destiny. Like you're putting a wedge in that wheel. Why? It's almost like, oh, Sandy, I don't believe in destiny anymore. Life is too hard. Like, I don't believe in it. Well, if you think about like the law of attraction, our vibration is really everything. The energy we put out is what's being returned. It's not being analyzed. You know what I mean? Like if it's going out and let's say like I don't know, some type of negative way of thinking, it's not like, oh, I don't think she really means to do that. No, it's like, okay, well, that's, and there's no judgment, sending it back. I just feel that. So I feel like you're putting a wedge in this wheel, but maybe you don't know that. It's almost like there's an opportunity for change. And I feel like with the Ten of Wands here, why would you not want it? Because again, like all the responsibilities on your shoulders, and out of that energy was created the Eight of Swords. That self-created prison is almost like I feel stuck in it. But the wheel's like, well, here I am. Here's your destiny. I'm ready to move. I just need you to take that wedge out with Hermit. I feel like it's a perfect, it's funny. It's a card of Virgo. And I feel like it's the perfect energy to come out right now. I feel the Hermit's an old soul. It reminds me again of that video I did because I felt like it was like past lives and past loves and this life and all of that. But I often feel the Hermit is like really looking for spiritual answers um, on to use on this earthly plane, but it's the wisdom. I feel like the Hermit. Um, It's interesting because Herm's illuminating the wheel, but over here, I feel like I'm putting a wedge in the wheel. So I feel like it's saying I need to look at this in a spiritual way, not so much of a human way, because I feel like there's just something that, I don't want to face, that there's some reason I put that wedge in there. And I feel like taking that wedge out, though it does mean change, I feel like it's probably so much better than you could imagine. Because I feel like what you're imagining right now is not good. So I do feel like taking a spiritual look at this, and thinking or remembering, I often feel like there's nothing you're going through now that you have not been through before. And I feel like those are the type of things that the hermit realizes. Hmm, I'm in a situation that I've been in before. I have the wisdom to, you know, take that blindfold off, get rid of those bonds, uncreate that prison, and take the wedge out of the wheel. All right, let's keep going. I feel like anytime you see a nine, you got to think about reflection because that's really what it's about. Like reflecting upon this situation, gain what I can gain from it. But then, it's about final reflection. So, because I feel like we've got to learn to close doors. Whoa. All right, we have the Empress. Feel some of you could be a single mom. We have the Nine of Cups. That would kind of back me up there in a way. We have the Page of Wands under the wheel, looking over at the Nine of Cups. And then we have the Devil, card of Capricorn. Interesting. You know, I want to say, first of all, with the Hermit and the Devil right there together, I feel like what I want to remember is, I can go through a period of time where, like, even my illusions feel real. I feel deep down like you know what you know. It's almost like recalling, like spiritual knowledge. It's interesting because this Page of Wands, um, this is a person of action coming under the wheel, heading right towards your Nine of Cups. It's like, I want to say the Nine of Cups normally would talk about inner harmony. I don't know how that can be with the Eight of Swords above it. So that may be why. Did sobriety come out? Yeah, that may be why sobriety came out. For some of you, it may just be hard what you're going through. Maybe you are a single mom. You know what I mean? I feel like, um, and I feel like with no judgment, this may say that even in the Nine of Cups, it's like I'm telling myself that, hey, I'm happy this way. And maybe you are happy this way, but I also feel the energy of like, almost like drinking my problems away, or at least that's what I think I'm doing. It's interesting. All right, let's see who this page is. This page is on your wheel. We have the King of Swords. King of Swords. Let's bring us up. Give ourselves some room. I feel like everything's crooked. Alright. So, we have the King of Swords coming under the Empress. Can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is the King of Communication. Both, I wouldn't say both good and bad. We have the Chariot, card Cancer. We're in the year of the Chariot, by the way. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. It tells me something's like someone knocking at your door. I feel like this page is sitting under your wheel, and I feel like this page is coming in. And, you know, I feel like I'm feeling a couple different things. I feel like there's someone who would be like, oh man, like I'm not feeling really good about myself. Um, maybe I let myself go or what have you, and that's like overwhelming me. But truth be told, I feel like, if I'm a page of wands, like that's not even it. It's the energy, and it can say like if I like let's just say I'm trying to I want to I don't feel like you want to manifest this. I feel like you're putting a wedge there. But let's say it's coming towards you anyway, because I feel like it is. Um, it's interesting because I'm looking at the chariot. I'm thinking it for some of you, it may be saying, "Well, get up and go," like get up and move. Um, but I don't feel like that's everyone. All right, I want to see what's mirroring this king. This page could be someone of a younger time, like like I feel like a page is a younger age. Um, I often feel the page of wands is, I call him my fool all the time. And I say that because I feel like this is someone who takes chances, um, thinks about it later type of energy. And I feel like, as I'm growing, it may be good for me. Maybe it's not good for anyone else around me. But I feel like eventually they mature from that energy anyway. The Five of Pentacles. I feel like for some of you, like what you're potentially hiding from yourself is the fact that you may literally have to leave your situation. You may literally have to make a change that may not be easy. But I do feel like, the difficult part of it is temporary. It's a temporary type energy. However, in the same breath, I feel like but then if I compare it to, because I feel like the energy I'm in now, that would cause me to create this prison, and it's me having to push these wands up the hill. No one's helping me here. Maybe this king is supposed to, but it doesn't feel like anybody's helping you. And I feel like sometimes we can fall under the illusion that we're stuck, but I don't feel like we're ever truly stuck. I feel like there's always a way out. I have to tell you, I've been in some very difficult situations that, like, I look back now and I think, the way I got out, it was so simple. Like some of the most difficult times in my life that, like, for some reason I let them go on and on, like the ending of it and beginning again was nothing like I thought. It's like me moving in this house. The thought of me having to put makeup on every day and look good every day and think about how I look, like, that's not who I am. There's where we're opposites there, like I don't want to put makeup on. Um, so it held me back. And it was illusionary because I've gotten here and I don't know, maybe once or twice I've put makeup on. And I don't know, I think Sam still loves me. All right. Four wands on the bottom of the deck. I literally just feel like someone is not pulling their weight. Temperance underneath that. Divine timing. And then the sun. Hmm. I guess for some of you, this is saying, for those who are thinking of leaving, let's just say a situation or a person, and it's, like, you don't feel like it can be fixed or saved or anything like that. Um, I feel like the illusion of how doesn't want to come up, how hard it's going to be is just that, an illusion. Because I don't know, I just feel like let's not forget we got the message sign, so just following the energy. Oh, we got two. Ace of Pentacles. And then the Eight of Cups. Look at that. It's almost like the Ace of Pentacles is your way out. Hmm. The Ace of Pentacles, it can talk about money. It is something that comes into your physical world. Some of you, it's you. It may be you creating it. Because I felt like in the Hermit's energy, like if I'm looking for a savior here, I don't feel like I'm going to find one. I feel like the savior is me. And that's what I've got to realize. I'm the one who's got to save me. And then I feel like when I'm willing to do that, it's like, because I don't feel like you're alone ever, but I feel like you're guys. So first of all, I feel like your energy changes. And then you're able to see the signs. Maybe you can see that you put a wedge in the wheel. Anyway, this feels like the way. Hmm. Maybe it's a job offer. It's almost like you receive money and you go. You receive something that has to do with your physical world, and then you go. What are you leaving? The Ten of Wands, which I had a feeling you were anyways, because it's your first card. Actually, let me put it over it. I don't know why I put it down there. Some of you may just be saying, like, what can I do? Like, what can I do? What can I do? And I feel like, for some of you, I feel like you may be creating from the home, or you have the ability to. Um, it's almost like you wrote a book and someone's buying your book. It's like your collective wisdom, your creativity, all of that. And you wrote about it, spoke about it, something. And I'm just using that for an example, though, for some it probably resonates. And I feel like, and then from those earnings, I go, I leave. With this, the Ace of Cups. This person's in a search of it. Interesting, you have two aces. Look at that. But Ace of Cups is coming over the Eight of Swords, self-created prison. However, I feel like the good news is because the Eight of Cups is here, it talks about, energy that has stored itself, let's just say, in your emotional house. Emotional type things, love, what have you, that type of thing, hurt. Um, but instead of storing it any longer, you're letting it go. You're letting it go. You're just clearing it. And I feel by clearing that energy, I'm not going to say then boom, the Ace of Cups shows up, but boom, there's the Ace of Cups. All right, let's keep going. Look at that with the Seven of Swords in reverse. Well, I think that's great news. Because first of all, I feel like it gives us a little clue also why the Eight of Swords exists, the self-created prison. So it's emotional, of an emotional nature, but it's also telling us why. In the Seven of Swords, it talks about someone in your life that was untrustworthy in some way, probably in love, and whether someone cheated or not, it's not even about that. It's just feeling that way, like just having to feel it. Like, why do I even have to feel that? Why do I even have to worry? Well, it's reversed here. So I feel like you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. We have judgment also in reverse. I feel like all these came in reverse. They did. Interesting, because judgment is, you could tie it back to signs. It's your spiritual team. They are calling you to the present moment. I feel like coming over the Hermit's energy is like time for reflection is now. That door is closing. Um, but you're not hearing this call. You're not hearing this call. It talks about a rebirth. And It's like you fear that. Hmm. All right. Look at that. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Dang it. And then the Queen of Swords in reverse. So we have the King of Swords right here. Now we have the Queen of Swords. She's in reverse. And I feel like you are all people on the board. Unless, if you feel like this king is someone you know, then you go with your intuition. But the way I read, like you're all people unless I start to feel it otherwise. You know what I mean? Like I don't think you are the king and the queen. I think you're one or the other. But I feel like this queen is the one who has shut everything down. No communication. Um, just feel like I don't even want to talk about it. Interesting though, the Knight of Pentacles behind that energy. I often feel like it's your guardian angel. So it's almost like your spiritual team is like, dang it, you're not paying attention to our sign, so we're sending out, boom, your guardian angel. And for some of you, it may be your mother or a mother figure. And I feel like it's to show you, not that, somebody doesn't have a right to not want love. That's okay. But I feel like at the same time, if you remember you're a spiritual being and you're meant to have experiences, right? And judgment feels like, okay, it's time for a new experience. Even if it's with someone you've been with before, it means energy has changed. And if it hasn't, then that's why, I mean, especially with the Empress, like the Empress learns that I don't have to build these walls around me. My intuition is going to let me know, and I know that. Like if my intuition tells me you're bad, then you're bad. Not my mind, not my thoughts, not my past, not even if we were together. It's what your intuition tells you. It's at first, you know what you know. But this Queen of Swords is like, so someone's resistant to it all. It's interesting because I feel like somebody up here is like, let's go for it. But somebody down here feels resistant to it. Knight of Pentacles talks about patience. Interesting because it feels like because the Ace of Pentacles is right above this Knight of Pentacles now, it's almost like speeding up this ace. Like divine sped this ace up to you for you to help you. And it may just be a seed, but that seed can turn into, a tree. All right, keep going. I feel like there's a few who are in a self-created prison, and I feel like it doesn't matter what I say. Like when you come out of it, you'll come out of it, and that's that. All right, look at this. We have the Emperor over the Page of Wands. Wow. Card of Aries, first of all. We have the Empress and the Emperor together in the same line. Nine of Cups. Keep forgetting when it's over. Interesting. I'm saying interesting because we have the Empress and the Emperor in the same line. And I feel like that means that both these people ultimately, it's interesting because they're very different, but they want the same thing. They just go about it differently. Just how I was saying, like Virgo is your opposite. It's like we want the same thing, but we go about it differently. Your way's not wrong, my way's not wrong, right? It's just that's the way we do it. Uh-huh, uh-huh. So I feel like this emperor potentially is someone who, first of all, is on your will. There's that. I feel like this is someone who has grown up. Um, I feel like this is someone who has fought their demons and has won. I do feel like this is someone who's honest. I feel like this person, interesting because I feel like, like when I was younger, like I was like, if something, you know, attracted my eye, I followed it, right? You know, I just followed it. Didn't think about it, I followed it. And some things were good and some things weren't good. And then I feel like there came some time in their life where they, it's almost like they tuned into that other part of themselves where they became someone who, is like, okay, I want to be someone. I want to do something. The Emperor is someone who, and the Empress, both think about the underdog. And they think about the underdog because they themselves have been the underdogs. So they lead, both of them lead, and they lead by example. Hmm. The Empress goes by, like, the Empress knows that she's receiving epiphanies. Like once you reach the Empress's status, and that means like all walls are down, all illusions are broken, you know, um, whatever I need to face, I face. I feel like when all that is gone, and maybe I'm just like remembering and like, hey, wait a minute, I'm a spiritual being. And like, I have this lifetime to make whatever experiences I'm going to make or have or adventures. I've got to make them now, right? If I'm staying stuck in something, I feel like, at least that's what your higher self would tell you. And, that's what the Empress is all about. Because, again, she's also been there, done that, right? But she's learned from it all. She's extracted the wisdom of it and left the rest of it behind. And it's almost like the Knight of Pentacles is like normally is a slow moving knight, but not only is it fast moving, but boom, there is the ace. There it is. I don't know about this Queen of Swords. I have a feeling could be two different stories, but I feel like this Queen of Swords is just like, I'm out of here. Boom. All right. Why does everything want to come in reverse all of a sudden? We have the devil. Interesting. We have the devil over the devil. Double Capricorn. Almost like Capricorn acting from their dark side. if you think of the devil, you have to think of, what does the devil do? First of all, the devil is controlling. If you look at this image, it's like he's controlling these lovers through illusionary actions, and they're believing it. They look chained, right? So something's going on there. And then we have, interesting, the Six of Wands, but it's in reverse. Someone does not want to hear what this king has to say. And I feel like it's the Queen of Swords who's in reverse. Like, I feel like I literally don't want to hear what you have to say. That's her right. But in the same time, like, don't stay in a prison. You know what I mean? Like, it's your right to be like, no, you and I, we're done. But don't, like, say that I close myself off to, like, the potential of what can be. And you don't even have to put a name to it. Just joy. And however wants to show up. I feel like the Emperor is the perfect person to show up for you, though, with the Empress here. And that Knight of Pentacles, and boom, delivering that ace immediately. All right. What is going on? I've got my deck in the upright. Everything came in reverse. The Hermit again. Two swords. Oh, I kind of like that. Three swords in reverse. Look at that. And the Nine of Swords in reverse. Interesting. Saying interesting because I feel like, well, hello. I mean, I just feel like the Emperor is a different type of lover. That's just what I feel. I feel like, first of all, I feel like because the Two of Pentacles like puts the ball in your court, right? It's what sits upon your will. And now we have the Two of Swords in reverse. So it's like you took the blindfold off. You uncreate that prison. Some of you. Some of you maybe never will. I don't know. And you may be asking yourself, like, is this person just an illusion? Are they for real? And I feel like they're for real. Now, again, this would be someone who's got their shit together. I'm not talking about a bum. I'm talking about someone who, yes, they've been there, they've done that, they've overcome. They probably dealt with their dark side, all of that. But I feel like in the long run, I almost feel like this person's like a professor. Um, I feel like a guru. And I'm saying that because I feel like this person's got that type of wisdom and knowledge. I guess, are they not the same? Maybe not. Now, the Empress, she's all of that also. But, the Empress it's almost like she's the chosen one because she does receive epiphanies. And she is meant to, like, give birth to these epiphanies. Like, these signs, they're not coming for nothing, right? And the Empress is someone who comes to the realization of, I'm not going to let my past be my present nor my future. And I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like the Ace of Pentacles is the way. And then I feel the Ace of Cups with who? Well, if I look down, I see the Emperor. Of course, it can be an Aries for some, but honest to God, I feel like beyond just, that's their card, I feel like it's the energy that I'm talking about. Okay. And, it's interesting because, again, here's this Eight of Swords, right? Self created prison. Why has it been created? Well, something emotional happened. And it's almost like because of that, enough of that. And someone may have been like, you may have been with dishonest people. Maybe it's more than one person. Um, so you're like, well, that, enough of that. That's that. And I feel like signs are like not being seen, heard, felt. Why? Because you need to get back to your spiritual self. I feel like your spiritual self is what's going to help you, save you, get you out of, this heaviness, get that wheel moving. Let's put it that way. Let's just say the wheel starts moving and whatever on that wheel, come on in. All right. What do I want to look at? I also want to say not only does the Emperor produce the Two of Swords in reverse, so, all blindfolds off, the Three of Swords in reverse, and then the Nine of Swords in reverse. So I feel like this is someone where you don't have to worry about, like, oh, are they cheating on me or not? It's just like one of the types, it's a type of love or whatever it may be where it's not even asked, it's not even questioned. You know what I mean? It's just like we almost know that we're made for each other. And again, does it have to be love? No, but it could be great collaboration. Holy crap. Listen, and maybe it even starts that way and it turns into love. I feel like it's up to you because nobody can uncreate that prison but the person who created it, which is you. We all get it. All right. I don't even know. Wasn't even really looking at anything, so we'll just take what comes out. We have the Nine of Cups. Okay. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Five of Wands. And we have the Page of Cups. Interesting. First of all, I feel like both the Emperor and the Empress have fought their own battles. You know what I mean? Like they have been through some battles. And I feel like there's an energy of, I don't know if it's this Queen of Wands. It's funny because with the Empress, but now we have the Queen, and they could be the very same people because they share the Nine of Cups. And I feel like it's funny because like she's lighting this fire, and this fire is like reaching the Ace of Cups. It's almost like she's lighting her, like I light my candle, and that is my sign. I feel like potentially is going to talk about someone where, let's just say at one time, again, that may be why I felt the page was younger energy. And I know this isn't for everyone. It's funny, we do the Page of Cups also here now. I just saw that in the Page of Cups directly under Judgment in reverse. You're more in your dark energy than your light energy for some reason. And you just got to know what you know so the signs can reach you. But anyway, let's get back to what I was saying. I feel like there's a couple here, or there's a few people where they could have potentially been in a relationship with this now emperor, and I want to say now because I wasn't a now emperor. And I feel like it's interesting because I feel like there's probably a lot of ego between the queen and the emperor. But it's almost like, but that's how I roll. That's just how I roll. No excuses. So I feel like it's almost like passion within the drama. Hmm. But nonetheless, I feel like then there's a separation, however it happens. And I feel like this is talking now about the emperor, no longer the pages and the empress. So I feel like it's talking about present day energy. I mean, that's why the knight is over here, the Knight of Pentacles. Slow moving, but now he's moving quickly. I want to take a couple more and I don't know, spirit guides wrap it up for me. Like what do we need to know that maybe we're not seeing? Four of Wands again. Six of Swords and the Hangman. Interesting. So we had Four of Wands, and they call it the marriage card, commitment card, love card, but then the Six of Swords. So it just feels like, things took a turn. They took a turn. I feel like they got emotional. They got, what's the word I want to say? Like yelling, like our communication. Um, the relationship, it just became toxic in some way. It's interesting that we have two Nine of Cups, so we could talk about two people who are single. Six of Swords, that means that somebody has clarity. That means that someone understands, what was toxic, even if it was like partly me. It's interesting it's met by the Hangman, though. Why? Why the Hangman? With the Two of Wands, with the Sun, card of Leo. Look at this with the Four of Swords. I kept saying that in my head over and over again. I feel like there's a relationship here that can be healed, a situation that can be healed. I do feel like for some of you, you are doing something again, being with someone again. I love that the sun came out because, nothing can hide in the sun. And what's mirroring the sun is that Seven of Swords, what I feel like created that Eight of Swords in from the very get go. So the sun is just like, first of all, I feel like it's illuminating the Six of Swords. So it's illuminating your ability to see what's toxic. And for some of you, it may simply be like, you know, Like, maybe it's not over. What else do I have? Ten of Swords. And then the Wheel. Wow. Interesting. What the heck? Ten of Swords and the Wheel. Ten of Swords talks about a repeat pattern of taking sword after sword after sword. It's almost the energy of submission. And I do feel like if I don't look at it, is it going to repeat itself? Yes. I feel like there's your answer, right? Almost like in the Ten of Wands, if I'm expecting that, I don't know, that someone is just going to help me out of the blue. I don't know. I don't feel they do. However, I feel like the universe is responding. It's interesting because I don't love the Ten of Swords next to the Wheel. And the good news about it is I don't think they can both coexist. But I feel like that's why I really have to like uncreate that prison and be really real with myself. Listen, you're allowed to have or want what you want. It's not about that. It's just about like just living in reality, right? Like taking account of one's actions, right? The Ten of Wands. Yeah, someone's not doing their job, but at the same time, we've got to look at like how long do we allow this type of shit to happen? Ten swords, over and over again, like ugh, stabbed and I get stabbed so much so that I just expect it again. I'm like in the energy of submission. Okay, well, I am not going to leave it there. Now, the good news is I almost feel like the will can't move in that energy. We have the Page of Pentacles, Path of Knowledge, Wisdom, Building of Pentacles. Some of you, that's just what you've been doing. With the Ten of Pentacles, look at that. House of Abundance, the Five of Cups, the Moon, there you are. And then the Eight of Pentacles. How interesting. First of all, the Eight of Pentacles mirrored by the Ten of Swords. Definitely learning from this energy of the Ten of Swords. Definitely moving out of that, like, no longer am I in submission. Instead, I almost feel like you're writing about it, you're talking about it. Again, the Eight of Pentacles can just be like, I'm using my wisdom and my experiences to create from. If I question, can I have success? Can I do it on my own? The Eight of Pentacles says if you're willing to focus on it, baby, you can grow it. You can grow to true success. And by the way, hello, Ten of Pentacles. And it's interesting. I can have all the money in the world, but Five of Cups is next to it. Or feels like there's someone missing. And that may be why we're seeing like the Emperor and the Empress. Like we get the whole way to the Ten of Pentacles. I don't feel like, this energy is talking about like, you know, someone who will bum money off of you. I'm not feeling that at all. Quite the opposite. Because I feel like, man, I can have all the money in the world, but if I don't have love, I ain't got nothing, baby. No, that's not how it's that. I ain't got nothing, baby. If I can't have love. So, your major arcana, marrying the wheel. Five of Cups mirroring the Page of Pentacles. Interesting. Let's just ultimately say that I don't feel like this reading is just about love, but it is talking about love. You know, there's a lot of love in here, but there's also like I feel like um it's talking more about like just whatever may be. When you're in a certain energy, like what can be is completely different than when you're in a bad energy or a negative energy. It's just the way it is. And sometimes we just got to be like, that's it. I'm not taking it anymore. Ten of Pentacles, they can have all the money in the world, but if I don't have you, baby, well, mirrored by the Ace of Cups right there and the Sun, illumination. So I feel like, if anything, the Sun is illuminating to the person in the Five of Cups where this other cup sits, right? Because they have one of the cups. Here's the second cup, soulmate type energy. Sometimes we just got to know we're on a path of, you know, heaviness, a chapter of heaviness, but it wasn't meant to last forever. You know what I mean? Um, Yet I don't want to, I do not want you to forget about. I feel like there's some relationships healed. Some of them I feel like they're from an old, like from time, like back in the day. Because I feel like really different energy. But ultimately, I can have all the money in the world. But if I don't got you, I got nothing. And I think I'm going to leave it there, Pisces, because I feel like we could just go on and on and on. I feel like I'm picking up on a lot of different stories. Um, but I feel like there's similar ties to all of them. You know, judgment in reverse. I don't love that, especially with the Ace of Pentacles on the other side. So let's read signs. Grab a drink real quick. This card is a message for you to pay close attention to the signs that come to you in answers to your prayers. This can include a song that you hear, words that you read, a sight that you see, a conversation you overhear, and so forth. The possibilities are unlimited. Signs tend to repeat themselves until you notice them and take some form of action. However, it's also possible to notice one the first time it presents itself. As you listen to these signs, you get a sense of heaven's continuous participation in your life, which helps you feel safer and more loved. You can also pray for clarification if you don't understand a sign. After all, Mother Mary and the angels want to clearly communicate their love to you. Amen. Amen. All right, Pisces, I'm just going to leave it there, and I'll let your comments tell me, like, fill me in on your story. Um, I just love reading your story, so thank you. Much gratitude for everything you do to keep the channel up and running. I am doing a holiday special, buy one reading, get one free. I do it once every couple of years, but I feel like a lot of people are dealing with a lot. So you can definitely give one as a gift. But anyway, all the information is below. I thank you guys. I want to say happy holidays. even though we're doing these early. I'm doing these early. Don't worry about that. Like some people freak out about that. Time is fluid, and listen, something may happen between then and now that like piques your interest and you're like, oh, I remember that in a reading. Come back and watch it. Like you'll see it in a different perspective. You'll see it in a different light. I feel like it's very meant to be. Anyway, I forget what I was talking about, but I'm just gonna let it be. I love you guys. I thank you, and I'll see you next time at our table. Bye bye.